the R word, I am talking about the word retard or retarded. Like me, I'm sure many of you have heard these words used in a negative manner either in school or in the community. They probably think that people with intellectual disabilities are either dumb or stupid.
Spend just a minute with children who have special needs. And the word stupid quickly disappears from one's vocabulary.
Yes!
22-year-old Abby Hirsch takes every opportunity to educate the uneducated about people with disabilities. She relishes her role as athlete, advocate, and ambassador for the Special Olympics of Minnesota.
Let's hear it again for Abby Hirsch.
Her passion for spreading the word to end the R word is paralleled only by her passion to compete. It was competing, after all, that drew her from her proverbial shell.
The minute you get me in the water at first, I thought I couldn't do it. I was afraid to have water at my nose, but now I'm a great swimmer. I actually just came back swimming nationally in Princeton, New Jersey.
That's the case with most special athletes. When given the opportunity to shine, they often discover their star burns bright. It gives them a new perspective on what some outsiders may call a disadvantage.
If you haven't, worked with this population of people, don't be intimidated. They're great. They're so accepting and they're so fun. And I think everyone who volunteers, you just get a sense of the transformative nature of Special Olympics and how, an athlete can come in just quiet and shy and they can, get a basketball and their whole world can change.
And change their world it does. Being around others with disabilities gives them comfort and a sense of community. Community that supports them during the darker days, especially the days when they're called retarded.
I can tell you from my experiences by hearing that word, and they actually corrected me at it more than once. It felt like a hot knife in my stomach and twisted. I just sick of that word.
The R word is perhaps harder on parents of children with special needs than the kids themselves. Rochelle Tillison believes people who use the word simply don't understand how hurtful it is.
When I found out that our daughter was going to be born with Downs, I wasn't worried about the challenges. What I knew was going to be the hardest were the days that she came home from school crying because of what people said and did to her. And the R word that's included. That was our first night where she came home crying. That was our first hit, and that's been the hardest.
Parent Leslie Salini has coached her son Sean's basketball team for 5 years.
Spread out, guys, spread out. Make sure you got somebody covered.
She was 35 when she got pregnant with Sean. As is standard procedure for women of a certain age, doctors asked about genetic testing to detect Down syndrome.
1, 2, 3, pairs!
Along with her family, they decided they would not. They would accept what life rolled their way, and what did is a spirit so bright, she can't see life without him.
I can tell you I could have the worst day at work, and I look forward to coming home every single night because the first thing he does is he'll run down the stairs and say, "Mom," and he just runs and gives me a big hug and a kiss, and I missed you, and I'm so glad you're home, and I don't get that at the office.
In White Bear Lake, students with and without special needs play sports together on a unified team. It helps sharpen their skills, improve fitness, and break down prejudices about intellectual disabilities. And it's this sense of togetherness, community, that helps special athletes and their families.
It shows people that they're not any different than any other child. 1 second. Nice job, Sean.
Just like many other students, Sean has big dreams. He plans to go to college, move into a house with friends, and enjoy all that life has to offer, just like any other kid. But to Leslie and any other parent child with special needs. It's the outside world that can be the biggest hurdle. The people who don't understand or simply don't ask. Joe Cullen and his wife Tawny were thrilled to welcome a baby boy into their home in Hearts over 9 years ago. Around age 2, they noticed he seemed to be closing himself up to the world opening around him, and was diagnosed several months later with autism. Since then, Joe has become sensitive to the R word and now understands the lasting imprint it can make.
It's so easy to just throw it out casually and not realizing that, that could be harmful and offensive to people. And, it doesn't mean, everyone's just trying to be all PC all the time and, you gotta be politically correct, not use this word, but it just seems like there's a lot of other words that could be used. And, not only is it harmful for the parents, but also harmful, obviously, for the kids and people with special needs.
Joe, along with more than 500,000 people, have officially pledged to spread the word to end the word. And although change does not always come easy, a small and unified army will continue to fight hard.
I'd like everyone to stand up and raise your right hand. Let's all pledge not to use the R word. Repeat after me. I pledge not to use the R word.
I pledge not to use the R word.